Welcome to Hopeless Romantics. I get to use this accent again because vampires.
Hilarious.
Damn it, my paste did not work. I'll fix it later. God damn it.
Hilarious. That accent gets me every time.
Hee.
More vampires. Alright, let me see if my Google Slides is working real quick. It do be. Hell yeah. Professionals. Okay. Welcome to this week's episode, everyone. This is what episode number? 14? I think
15.
is what we're on. 15? Well, my stream is wrong. Dope. That's alright, we'll fix that later. Episode 15. Yes, we'll fix it in post.
We read 15 whole books.
That's crazy. It's been so many weeks so far. I'm like really proud of myself actually, and I've completed every single book.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the week that I don't have enough time or just get bored. But you know, we're here. We're doing it.
That's fair.
We done did it. All right. Well, this week we did Dark Prince by Christine Feehan. As we said, it's already a vampire book. I can read the summary if you would like.
That would be lovely.
Dope. All right. So Mikhail Dubrinsky is the prince of his people, the Carpathians. But they are dying out. There are few women, and the men are either falling prey to vampires or choosing the soulless life. Losing all hope, Mikhail is no longer sure he can bear the bleak future laid before him. The only thing that can add light to his life, can relieve the terrible haunting loneliness, is to find a life mate. But he has given up believing one exists. As the beast rages inside, threatening to consume him, he vents his centuries-old despair in an anguished cry that fills the waning night, and then, incredulously, a life-saving voice answers him.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Thank
you did
you.
a good job reading that summary.
Thank you so much. All right, and we do have some trigger warnings this week. I took from your notes, but then I also added one at the end because it was I feel like it was very intense throughout the book.
Yeah.
But so we have infanticide. How do you say that?
Infanticide is how I've always said it.
Killing le baby.
Le baby murder.
Le baby murder. Very sad. And then we have regular old murder, you know?
Boring.
Boring. Vanilla.
Tame.
Sexual assault, violence, and psychic invasion is the one that I added. Specifically because one of his favorite things to say was, you can't run from me. Inside of her mind. So I was like, that's a little invasive. It got to me a little bit. But anyway.
Fair.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll get into that
if
later.
Psychic invasion is like a trigger.
I
would have thought of, like, just because I'm like, it doesn't happen in like real life.
Yeah.
But you're right. It could be definitely triggering in like a world that it isn't.
Yeah, it felt
like
a little.
It actually happens in.
It felt a little stalkery at times. That's why I put it.
That vibe.
Yeah, but I didn't know what to call it necessarily. Because it's not like
that's a pretty good.
It's not like really stalking, but like it is at the same time.
Psychic invasion.
Yeah, psychic invasion. That's what I decided to call it.
I like
shout
it.
out to everyone in my chat. What's up? All right. Should we get into hot takes?
Oh yeah,
hot take.
Yeah,
we do those. Do you have one this week?
Kind of. Do you want to? Which would you prefer? I can go first, or
I'll go first. Mine's not that serious, and it's really not even about the actual book.
Oh, okay.
Cryptic, I know.
Yes.
Let me know when you're ready.
Let's hear it.
All right. My hot take this week is that Adrian and I's friendship might be in risk. It might be in danger. Because
I've been getting those vibes.
Yeah, from my ratings on the slideshow. Yeah. He might try to fight me after this podcast. I don't know.
The podcast might be over after this episode.
Which is hilarious because we're actually not having an episode next week. We're canceling next week's episode. So, or no, actually, I guess it's the week after that, isn't it? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was like, that's hilarious. Ends the podcast here. But yes.
Public falling out.
We might fight after this over some soup. I don't know.
Check Twitter for the beef.
For the beef. All right, you're up next in the flames.
Hi, I'm in the flames. I'm flaming, one might say. So anyway, my hot take is kind of about the book, but mostly about like the series in general. This is the first time I've read this book, but welcome to the book stories that made me me. Reading it, I was like, wow, maybe reading that at 11 had done some things to you that you should have been more aware of. It all makes sense, basically. The breeding kink, the obsession with soulmates, the unrealistic expectations about being whisked away and like told I was special. So yeah.
Fair enough. Several of those things are why I did not like this book. So guess it's just a difference in our opinions, I suppose.
Maybe you should have read this book series at 11.
Maybe I should have. Maybe I would be different. Maybe we would be even more of the same person. Wild.
But I like our Merthyr jokes.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Well,
Let's
shall we
talk
get
about
in?
characters.
Yeah, should we get into introducing our leading lady here?
Yeah.
So, on this week's episode of Guess That Celebrity, Adrian, do you know who this is? Sometimes
is it Megan Fox?
It is. Good job. You got it.
Yeah. Baby.
Special gold star for you. I'm gonna start throwing in random celebs occasionally, and you did get Jason Momoa that one time as well. So good job. You fucking did it.
I know current events.
So proud of you.
Yes.
But yes, we do have Megan Fox here as our leading lady here today. In the book, her name is Raven Whitney. And she's described, again, I feel like every description is always, she's thin, but she's got tits and an ass.
Yeah.
Like, every fucking week. So that was like, again, I was like, okay, cool. And she has blue eyes, of course, because every fucking leading lady does. It's annoying.
But blue violet.
Blue violet, sure. And then she did have dark hair instead of blonde hair, so that was a change, but, you know, expected a little bit for the vampire love.
That's fair.
But yeah, so I had to put the queen in here, you know?
I feel like this book had like the most stereotypical, it's the first book in the series, so it had to have like the most stereotypical looking vampire couple.
Yeah, that's fair. So the other,
like, come on, Christine.
do the other ones like follow different couples?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Essentially, this is not really a spoiler. Everybody gets a life mate.
Yeah.
Like this book, life mates are like soulmates of this universe. And every book follows a different couple realizing or finding their life mate, because basically Mikhail getting Raven made them go, oh, we can maybe breed with humans.
Yes. Maybe. Maybe. They have tried it in the past, but the women did not survive, right? They have to have like decent psychic powers or whatever.
Yeah, they tried to turn people in the past, and anybody they try to turn just goes bonkers.
Yeah. And
like kills a bunch of people every time.
Yeah, goes bonkers and murders a whole bunch of people. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Fun experiments to be had for sure.
Yeah, definitely. That kind of does lead into more about our main character. So she does have like really, really good psychic abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually like solves crimes, helps like the police and stuff with her psychic abilities.
Yes.
And yeah, she can basically tell when you're a murderer and like what you what you feeling and stuff. So
When you're thinking the bad thoughts, she hears them.
yeah, which also leads into how they met each other, because
Yeah.
the night that Mikhail is all moody, she senses that and then reaches out to him, which I thought was a kind of a cool like little typical vampire story twist, because normally it's like the
Mm-hmm.
vampire is like, oh, I can sense whatever, but this one was
Yeah.
the opposite, and I was like, okay, that's pretty dope. I liked that. Like that little change of pace.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do we want to say about her?
um Her powers kind of come with a big drawback in that they kind of make her physically ill a
Ah,
lot of the
yes.
times. Um, so she kind of meh, that's I don't know. She avoids people
Mm-hmm.
and
Same.
yeah.
I feel it.
Like when she senses stuff, she just like can't control them very well because she's a human and has
Yeah.
never had like formal training.
Right.
So,
That's fair. The Carpathians also have intense psychic abilities, obviously. They are
mhm.
vampires and, that's stereotypical.
Yes.
But yeah, do we want to talk about Mikhail now?
Yes, and
Since
then
we kind
after
of
we talk
led
about
into that?
Mikhail, I do have like kind of like a rundown of Carpathian abilities, just because
Okay.
I am like familiar with them.
Yeah, that's fair.
This photo,
I gave him little fangs. I don't
oh
know if
my
you can really
gosh,
see them. They're kind of small,
ooh,
but he has little fangs.
you're like folding and glitching out. Okay, you're back.
Oh, oh, am I good?
Yeah, it was so weird.
That's weird. Okay,
You
fair.
gotta see my VOD later. It was kind of cool,
Hell yeah.
but like also scary.
Dope.
It was literally
Perfect.
like you were being folded like a sheet.
The vibe.
He would like to be folded.
I mean, maybe. Into
Fair
nothingness?
enough.
Sure.
Compressed.
Yeah. But yeah,
Um,
this is our little vampire guy. I gave him little fangs. I don't know if you heard me while I was being folded, but
I did, yes.
okay,
I see
cool.
them,
Yeah, he has little
you
tiny
know.
fangs. They're fun.
What
This
a
was
look.
this was literally just like a vampire costume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Like
Spirit
stock
Halloween or
photo.
something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
And then I recolored it slightly and gave him fangs. But yeah. And stuck him
Did
in some
you,
trees.
was the Widow's Peak there the whole time, or
It
did you put that
was.
in?
No, it was there
Okay.
the whole time. Yeah.
That's a very intense peak, I feel
I
like.
know. I thought so too. His hair color was
Wow.
like perfect too, I thought, for what they described. They described him as having long dark espresso hair. So like,
Yes.
really dark brown. Like espresso.
Like a coffee bean.
Like a coffee bean, yes.
Yeah.
And then he was also described as having obsidian eyes, I believe. Very, very
Yes.
dark eyes. And then the only other description they really gave was that he was tall. That's all I have in my notes. Tall vamp man.
Yeah. He had like broad shoulders too, but that's pretty typical
Yeah.
of a romance hero,
Yeah. We
you
got the
know.
basics this time. Nothing too
Sorry.
special.
We get the DLC next time.
We get the DLC. Uh-huh. Fair enough.
Okay.
Do you want to
I'll
talk about
talk.
their abilities now?
Yeah.
Dope.
Okay.
Go for it.
So the the Carpathians, they are like not vampires, but they are. So
Mm-hmm.
they are like actually sort of people of the earth. They have a weakness to sunlight. They're physically stronger and faster. They live longer. They can transform their bodies into pretty much anything they can visualize. So
Yeah, that was super
that's
dope.
extremely powerful version of vampire lore.
Hmm.
They have really strong psychic abilities. The drawbacks of their species are the sunlight thing, and there are little to no females. The birthing is dangerous in general, just like
Yeah,
a bad mortality rate. And so the species is kind of dying out. The
right.
males in the species slowly lose their emotions and their ability to see colors. They have like a predatory instinct in them that they describe as darkness, of course, and it slowly takes over them unless they find their other half, which is their life mates.
Hmm.
The life mates, after centuries of darkness and no emotions, give those males the ability to feel emotions and see colors again. And if they lose their battle with the darkness, which they can do a few different ways, typically I believe it's killing and killing while feeding that is like the real trigger.
Hmm.
But once they do that, they become more like typical horror vampires. They get like gross, gray, sallow skin. They're violent. They kill and hurt people for no reason. Um,
Angry. Angry
yeah.
vamps.
So it's like live in a bleak, emotionless world forever, or greet the dawn, which is when they'll die, or turn into a vampire. Those are
Yeah.
their options, pretty much.
Unless they find a life mate, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I thought it was really cool that like the color thing. Like I thought
Mm-hmm.
that was cool, but also like that would suck, obviously. So sucks for him, but that was a cool detail.
I love that in I love that in soulmate like
Hmm.
books.
Yeah. Which also that's
Yeah.
like I don't know how do I want to say this. Like that would be a very very simple way to know if this person was your actual soulmate. We
Yeah.
have nothing like that. How do you know? How do you fucking know? I don't know. You just take a fucking chance.
One detail from the book that I thought was weird
Hmm.
was that Mikhail didn't realize at first that he could see colors again. I feel like the world would be
Yeah.
so loud if you were like black and white and then all of a
And then
sudden
all of
there
a
was
sudden,
colors.
yeah, I agree. I agree 100% with that. I don't know what the fuck was up with that.
I was like, that's unrealistic. I would have been like, what the
Yeah, I've
fuck,
been like,
blue?
whoa, color. Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I also, that touches on like one of my fears in life is like losing sight or like losing color. Because
Mm.
like after having already seen it or whatever, like I feel like if I started that way, it wouldn't be as bad. But I don't know. I'm just like that's terrifying. That terrifies me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I would feel. I think losing sight would definitely be really scary. I'm not
Yeah.
sure about losing color. It might be kind of cool
Yeah.
until I was like, okay, I'm done with this. Let's turn it off. And
I'm
then it
done
was
with
like,
this.
no, you've lost that.
You can't turn it back on. You're not a Carpathian.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate, indeed.
Wish I were. And then since we're probably going to talk about scenery next, I'll just briefly touch on not specific side characters, but I'm just going to say there are a lot, and the
Yes.
book series gets very complex.
Okay.
Not super complex, because it's generally just following one couple,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a book series that gets like the family tree
Yeah.
and like the dictionary in the back with the fake language
Yeah. Okay.
definitions.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I love shit like that though.
Yes,
I'm like, yes, when you're gonna create a world, give me all the details.
yeah, I always loved the dictionary in the back. That was
Yeah.
always, I just remember like flipping back and forth all the time. That was
Yeah.
so fun.
Hell yeah. You nerd. But same. I get it.
I'm like, yeah, the dictionary in the back, my favorite part
The
of the
dictionary?
book.
I love it. Love that.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. Well, next up is the scenery. So we are in the Carpathian Mountains. Whoa, imagine that. They're the
Yeah.
Carpathians in the Carpathian Mountains. Uh-huh. But that is in Romania. So here's our little drawing here in the little mountain range. It kind of looks
Wow.
cool on the map. It looks like it kind of circles Romania in the center, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It looks cool. But yeah, so that's where we are.
Yeah. I remember when I first started reading these books, I did not know that that was a place.
Yeah,
I thought it was made up.
that's fair. I knew it was vaguely, but couldn't have really told you what the mountain range looked like at all. So, here's a helpful little picture.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Yeah.
The more you know.
The more you know. All right, and then I do have on the next slides some closer pictures of the mountains. So this is one at sunset. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
These mountains are like very much like foresty, and I like
Mhm.
that a lot.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
The
palm
next like
trees.
picture is so gorgeous.
Yeah.
With the valley sort of thing.
Yeah. And then the last one
Yes.
is the one in the background of the other two photos, but it's very gloomy, and I felt like it was very, very fitting for the vibe of a vampire book.
I
I was like,
agree.
this is great. I love this picture so much.
It looks so lush. I just want to lay in it.
Right? So yeah, lots of
And then
mountains, lots of
yeah.
trees on said mountains. Probably lots of soft
Well,
pine needles to lay on, which would be dope.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about some red flags.
Red flag, red flag. All right,
Our
for
dear Raven.
Megan Fox, not Megan Fox. I think I'm first this time on all the things. Shocking. We're switching it up. All right, so I gave her a 1 red
Ooh.
flag only.
Give me just a moment, guys. So sorry.
Uh-oh. What happened?
I just didn't. I needed to reload it.
Oh, okay.
Apologies. Here we go. All right.
Good.
Give me that red flag.
All right. So I kind of have two things, but I feel like they were just kind of meh, so I gave them one, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she was a little bit closed off, which what main character isn't closed off at this point? Every time I read a book that we for this podcast or whatever, I'm like, oh, okay, you're closed off to love. Shocking. So I feel like that's
the
not
main thing of protagonists, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, which is fair, but also I'm like, okay, I get it. I should be more open. Cool. And then I also said that it was weird that I said weird flex, but okay, she doesn't really want to stop being a human. 'Cause like, why? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Just be a cool vampire. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with that? I don't, does that make us weird?
I hate that in romance, supernatural romance, but
Yeah.
I guess it does make us weird.
Let me know in chat how many, I think there's a few people in my chat. Do you also think it's weird that people don't want to be like cryptids essentially? Like, would you want to be a cryptid or would you just want to be a human?
Yeah.
Because I would take any kind of cryptid, honestly. Like, turn me into something.
Yeah.
It's way cooler.
These are actually my exact same flags, except I gave her 2.
Well, that's fair. Oh, so you counted them as 2. That's fair.
Yeah. Because the human thing pissed me off a little bit.
Yeah, same. I'm glad we were both mad about that. That's funny.
Like, I wrote, I've never felt close to humanity, which is maybe the autism. But to me, it feels unrealistic that Raven would feel so tied to her humanity because she spent like her whole life isolated from humanity because of her gifts.
Yeah.
So I feel like she would already feel othered.
That's fair. But she, well,
like, babe.
yeah, That's fair. I guess she's like helping the people too. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm like, your psychic abilities probably would get stronger. You could help them more. Everyone in my chat is talking about Mothman. Same.
He has a nice ass, but we are talking about vampires right now.
Not always. You literally said, I wish I had Mothman's ass. So fair.
That's
Fair
my
enough.
love.
That's funny. Just he turns everyone into Mothman. It's great. That'd be dope.
That would be hilarious.
Right?
If a vampire bit you, you turn into something else.
Hell yeah. Just like random shit that can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dope. What were you gonna say?
Well, that when they're having the argument about her turning into a Carpathian, and she tries to equate waking up Carpathian as to waking up human.
Yeah.
I was like, except like humans suck.
No. Yeah.
And Carpathians are super dope.
Right.
What do you...
Again, maybe we're just weird, but I did not understand that. I was like, but why? Why are we?
I want to live like
yeah.
I want to live forever and turn into a fucking wolf when I want.
Exactly. Oh my god. Or anything.
And like, yeah, anything.
They can shift into anything. That's so dope.
Yeah, there are some like later on in the series, they turned into some crazy shit.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
That just sounds fun. Like,
right.
I would just spend my days as random animals. Just because.
Yeah. And it's not even like just animals. Like they can turn into like droplets of mist and stuff.
Yeah. That'd be so dope. Oh my god.
Right.
I
want to be the concept of a tornado.
Hell yeah. That's fantastic.
That's gendered.
Gender. You have to put that in the Discord later. Today's gender tornado.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Speaking of the Discord.
I
plug it to my chat of one viewer.
Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, join the Discord. I have a new plug screen at the end, but go on my link tree because there's a Discord link there. A little icon.
I
put one there. I have so many social media things. It's ridiculous. So I changed it at the end to just plug my link tree. I was like, you guys can find whatever you want on there.
That's fair.
Should we talk about good things about our character now? Our main character?
I guess.
You suppose. Alright, I think I'm first again on this one. I gave her 3 out of 5 green butterflies. So we already talked about it a little bit, but it's really cool that she has strong psychic powers. I think that's super dope. And like when she reached out whenever Mikhail was being a very sad, moody emo boy at the beginning. And then I also said that she is pretty like she's willing to help everyone and like just wants to help people, and she does that like in her career choice too. And she's pretty heroic in that sense, working against some serial killers and shit.
You were like working, I was like working 9 to 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, a lot of mine are just restating that she has psychic abilities in like different ways.
That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, she was really cool. So I give her 3 out of 5.
Yeah. And I gave her 4 out of 5 butterflies.
Ooh.
For similar reasons. She is super kind and compassionate. I thought her reaching out to Mikhail when he was hurting was very compassionate of her, especially because she didn't know him.
That's fair.
At all.
Yeah, he was just a stranger.
Sad.
Yeah.
And the psychic abilities, super cool. Would have been more impressive, but she was hanging out with a bunch of Carpathians.
That's fair.
It was like, yeah, you have psychic abilities you can't control, and they turned into a bat.
That's fair. That's, yeah.
But they were still really cool, considering I don't have psychic powers. Unfortunately. And I also think the only thing that I put that I think you didn't put
Mm-hmm.
was that she cares for Mikhail and worries for him when no one else does, because Mikhail is the prince of the Carpathians. So,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people are just like, make the hard decisions, leader boy. And that's fair.
Yeah.
But obviously, everybody needs somebody to give a shit about their emotional needs.
Deal with your emotions on your own time, leader boy.
Yeah. Go to
Yeah.
ground and think about your
Go in the
sad,
ground.
sad life.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carpathian kids can literally get grounded.
Ha 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 ha.
Ah, ha, 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 ha.
That's hilarious.
I don't even think we covered that.
We did
In
not.
my power set, since they're of the earth, they can like go deep into the soil, and it helps them to heal faster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so
Also,
literally grounded. That's hilarious.
literally grounded.
Yeah.
And then you called her Ravenhook, like in her career choice. I
Mm-hmm.
agree. I also put in that there is a scene where there's like a bunch of people trying to do a murder,
Oh
and
yeah.
she's like, "I'm made of skin. I can fight this like group of 6 people,"
Yeah.
and she gets mollywopped for it. Truly,
Yeah, that's fair.
but brave and
Brave.
heroic. She didn't know that woman either. People out here sticking their necks out for people they don't know a lot more than maybe I would.
That's
But
fair.
I might be a bad person.
No, no, no. Just minding your own business.
That's true. I
Yeah.
wouldn't notice, honestly.
Yeah.
I would walk past it stabbing and I'd be like, the ground.
The ground. The stick.
People say excuse me to me out in the streets, and I just keep walking because that isn't my business.
That's not my business. I don't know you.
Yeah.
Goodbye. That's
Exactly.
funny. Same though.
Oh yes, I love to tell. We're gonna ramble. This is a rambly episode. I love to tell the story of the time I was at the gas station
Uh-huh.
and I was pumping my gas, and this gentleman came up to me and was saying, excuse me," and I was like, "I don't have time to be hit on at the gas station. I don't have time to be bothered for change today. I'm just gonna pump my gas." It was the gas station attendant telling me that the the gas pump I was using was leaking.
Oh, nice.
So I'm a moron.
That's funny. I don't know if I
And
knew that
woefully
story.
I think I think I told you when it happened, but
Oh,
it has
maybe.
been a bit.
That's funny.
Yes.
And now it lives on forever on the internet.
Now you all know my shame. I am a humble idiot.
That's
All
funny.
right.
Do you have anything else for her green butterflies?
No.
No?
Where's Optimus Prime? I've been wanting to make that joke, but I don't have a way to make that joke. I never even saw Transformers, but I know Megan was in it.
Me either. Look at us, fake
Yeah.
nerds. Fake nerds. Alright, so on our scale that we're going to rate our lovely lady here, gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, manipulate, mansplain, and male wife.
How
I
dare
did it
you
so
say
well.
it.
You can get the second one. I'm going first this podcast. We changed
Fine.
everything up.
This is painful.
Except
like
now we
being
switch back
edged.
briefly. So you're
Yeah,
first.
when are you gonna make my trophy second?
Well, that would require changing all of the animations, and those can stay in there. So no.
I reward Miss Raven Whitney. I can't read my own writing. 60% gatekeep and 40% girl boss.
Okay. Interesting. Did you hear that?
Was that
It
Nikolai?
was Pickle.
Oh my god.
Pickle, where are you, buddy?
Oh, he's coming down the stairs. Come here, my love.
He said, "Father, I need attention."
What's wrong?
Poor little fella.
Here. Let me love you. Come here, my baby.
I want to see him. We all will wait for this cat.
I really don't want you to jump on this mesh body.
Not always you said that he was petting him upstairs and he gave up. He had attention. Prissy cat. Well, oh, there you are. Okay. I was like, well, Adrian has left this podcast. There he is. There's the boy. Aww.
Lay down, my baby. I cannot give you attention if you do not lay down.
He said, no, I just want to cause problems.
I want to cause problems on purpose.
Yes. All right. Back to these ratings. So I gave her 100% girl boss. Do explain your gatekeep, because I'm intrigued.
All right. Hold on. I'm behind on the animations. Okay. Her gatekeep was just that she was constantly holding herself back and from Mikhail and keeping people at a distance. She would be like, I do love and care about you, but also my human conventions are telling me this is like way too soon to care about you like this. And I get that. But I'm also like, magic and love.
Yeah, for real. I'm like, throw all those rules out the window whenever there are immortal beings involved. Just get rid of all of those. Goodbye.
Yeah, if you turn into like, if you show me you have like some supernatural powers, I no longer care.
Yeah.
Like about normal rules.
That's fair. 100% fair.
Yeah.
I agree. I say the same.
Yes.
All right. Now comes the portion of the podcast where Adrian might want to fight me.
We shall see.
Let's get into these red flags.
Yes.
I am first again. I gave him a full 5 out of 5. So
we've had worse.
Yeah, that's fair. My number one thing is that he is way too possessive. And like very invasive at times. I think I mentioned this earlier whenever he would just like talk to her in her mind or whatever, but he used to like he would say, "You can't escape me." Cuz she literally could not, and he was just like gonna find her wherever she went. It felt very borderline stalkery, and I did not like that. What else? I said that it felt manipulative too, a lot of times. And then I feel like he at times had like the I'm always right attitude a little bit, not to the extent like from last week's episode by any means, but so that's why I didn't give him more red flags and just, maxed it out at the 5 out of 5. But yeah, and then I also just that he was way too possessive. I think I said that like 3 different ways essentially in here, but yeah. That's it for me. 5 out of 5.
All right. I would say I agree that all those things exist.
But they weren't that big of a deal for you? Yeah.
Hey.
Gabagool.
A gabagool.
All right.
So anyway.
Your red flags.
I give him 3 red flags.
Okay.
Okay, my first red flag is that he is very possessive. He is very possessive. You're not wrong.
Yes.
My second red flag is he is so much more powerful than you.
Okay.
The power in difference
Mm-hmm.
is crazy.
Yeah.
You could easily be murdered and discarded, never thought of again. He could like wipe you from everyone's memory.
Yeah.
He's plus with the possessive and jealousness, he could easily kill any person interested in you or someone that he just thinks is interested in you. Sorry, Nikolai. Um, with this like the snap of a finger, basically. So yeah, that's big red flag there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then my third red flag is that he's the prince, and I just fucking hate that.
That he's a
Apparently,
prince?
yeah,
You don't like that he's a
not
prince?
okay. It's not like the prince part, but it's the
Okay.
whole I'm gonna have to be responsible for these people too
Oh,
bit.
okay,
Like,
okay. Oh yeah, you have
and it's
explained that
just
before.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like the responsibility that he has to give to them. Like, okay,
Yeah.
you're so any other of these bitches, you would be the life mate and like number one in their heart. But
Mm-hmm.
with him, you're probably still number one in his heart, but close second, the rest of his people that can bother you all the time.
Okay, that's fair. So you want to be the priority.
Yeah,
The number one priority at all times.
100%.
Fair. Okay, alright, fair.
I need it.
That's fair.
Thank you, parents, for never making me the priority. And now I need it
And now I need that.
constantly.
That's funny. Before we get to your green flags, I want to read this comment from Sticky Pink Lip Gloss. They said, I see your point, but Fang Daddy can invade my entire mind, heart, and ass. Which, knowing Adrian, I'm sure that his first green butterfly is probably going to be something about him being possessive, because it is both. Am I right?
We'll see.
Okay, alright, because it is both a red flag and a green butterfly for him. So, do you have any more red flags?
That's
it?
Just the
Alright.
3.
So let's move on to these green butterflies. I believe I'm up first again, yes. Okay, so I put for a green butterfly that he's a prince. I like that. I like that aspect. And I felt like he did care about his what do you call him? His people, his constituents, the people he rules, his peasants, I don't know. But yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
I felt like he really cared for them, and he had their best interests at heart. And then the last one that I gave him was that he's an extremely, extremely intelligent. Because he just like learns about a lot of things because he has essentially dedicated his centuries of life to just learning new shit. And I would love that. Just being able to explore random shit for the rest of my life. That'd be dope.
Yes.
Just a career scholar. That'd be amazing. But yeah. So I gave him 3 out of 5.
Beautiful.
I almost gave him a 2 out of 5 because of all the other red flags, but I decided to be nice.
Aww.
Yeah. Alright, so let's get into yours.
Okay. I gave him 4 out of 5 green butterflies. And my first green butterfly was that he's super smart.
Okay,
and
cool.
He knows almost everything because he's lived for centuries and dedicated himself to learning, like Alyssa said. I just know he would be an amazing conversationalist, and I love listening to people give like tiny dissertations about whatever interests them.
Yeah.
My current partner is very intelligent and well-spoken about a lot of stuff, and I love that. I just love listening to people talk about what they're passionate about.
Yeah, I agree.
Go off, queen.
Go off. Hell yeah.
My second green butterfly is that he's possessive.
No, there it is. I was like, it's coming. It's gotta be in here somewhere.
And this week we have a special thing also that my third green butterfly was also in my red flags.
Oh.
He's so powerful. So much more powerful than me, so much more powerful than a lot of people.
Okay, fair.
I have a bit of a power kink thing going on. The whole power imbalance thing is not is a huge red flag, but to me, so sexy.
Fair.
Yeah.
Again, what are our red flags? We should really do an episode of
but I can't tell if we should grade ourselves or if the others should grade the other, but then I'm
both.
just like, I don't know. What if we hurt each other's feelings?
Aww. I wouldn't be hurt. Oh, okay.
I have to have everyone like me at all times. So that's definitely a red flag.
There could be a way. There would be a way we could spin it.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
Spend like half the time prepping for that episode being like, how do I word this nicely?
Nicely. Yeah.
My fourth and final butterfly was he's pretty upfront about the Carpathian stuff.
Oh, that's fair.
You know?
Yeah.
He was like a little dodgy, which you kind of have to be, but at some point he was just like, you're gonna be with me for the rest of my life, so
here's what I am.
Yeah.
Let's get in this ground.
I will be honest, I wasn't like super impressed with Raven or Mikhail. I like other couples more.
Fair. Okay, cool. Maybe we won't fight after this podcast.
Yeah, no,
Dope.
I was just like, if the only way I'd be really upset was if you were like, this entire book series is like written poorly and like shitty.
Oh, no. I do like her writing style a lot and the details that she gives. So, no. I won't bash Christine. Maybe the basic characters in this beginning one, but again, I get it. I feel like that's kind of how like Ice Barbarians was too with the first book, because I don't know, I just feel like that's kind of how you introduce the world. Like if you have a multi-series, whatever, like you pick the most basic bitch for the beginning.
I like hate it, but I get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why we haven't discussed what books we're reading yet for December.
Yeah.
But we were kind of throwing that series around as an option, and I was thinking it might be fun to read like a later book in the series.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Like after some weird shit has happened.
Yeah, we did have a viewer request for returning to that series, so yeah, I don't know. We'll have to figure out a good one. Maybe I'll ask them what their like favorite one was. And then we'll read that one. But yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for it. All right, on our scale, go ahead.
Guess like gatekeep, girl boss, manipulate, mansplain, male wife.
All right, Speed Racer. We gotta say it as fast as possible.
Well,
Lightning McQueen over here.
Ka-chow,
Ka-chow.
I actually used to get in trouble at my old job. Here's some Adrian lore. I worked at like call center for a long time, and I used to get in trouble at work.
Yeah.
Well, okay. At first, it was like, this is so impressive. Watch how Adrian does it. And then it was like, Adrian, slow down. But we used to have to like say stuff at the beginning, and you have to get like a bunch of stuff out basically as like requirements. You have to say it
like
on
when
the
you
call.
Answer the phone. Yeah. Okay.
So anybody that's working at a call center is like, you get in a groove. You say the same stuff to like everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
So I got very fast. A little speed talker I am.
Little speed talker. Yeah. They time your calls too though, right? So necessary. Just spit it all out there real fast.
I guess that's fair. Maybe that's why they were looking at me. I forget like why it was just like I said everything so quick. Yeah. But then they would sometimes be like sometimes when I didn't like somebody, I would say it even faster, and then they'd be like, that's disrespectful.
A what? A what'd you say?
No, because then I would just hang up.
Oh, nice.
It was like the end of the call, and I would just
Star
be like,
employee.
blah, 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 blah,
Blah,
blah,
blah, blah, blah, blah, bye.
click.
That's great. It's hilarious. All right. Well, let's get into these awards. You are first.
right.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow! Mikhail Dobrinsky. You're a complicated lad. I have ranked you 50% male wife, 35% mansplain, and 15% manipulate.
Okay. And this might be the part where this is where I thought you might fight me. I said he's 100% manipulate.
Yes, I did see that, and I was like,
Yeah. Now here's the thing. I maybe should have split it up into like manipulate and mansplain, but I feel like all of the mansplainy parts were also like a little manipulative, I guess, if that kind of makes sense. So I just threw it all in there as he's manipulative.
That's fair.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, maybe I should confront my definitions of manipulation and stuff. Because I was like, because my thing was, I gave him small manipulation.
Small. Yeah.
Because I felt that everything he was saying was true. So like even when he was being manipulative, I wasn't like, well, you're lying just because you want this. Like you're being honest at least. So I was like, I mean, you have to say like XYZ is gonna happen if you do that.
Yeah.
Even and so I was like, I'm not sure where to draw the line on being factual and being manipulative.
That's fair. Yeah. I could see
but
that.
yeah, he's a male wife because he'll give you anything you want.
Anything you want.
He can just make shit.
That's true.
You're
That
like,
is fair.
I want the new I was gonna say Dior bag. I don't even know if Dior makes bags or anything about that. So
I was like, wow, are you on some brands now? Are you keeping up with fashion? What is this?
Are they a fashion brand?
I mean, Dior's like a perfume / maybe makeup brand.
Oh, okay.
I really don't know.
Coach?
That's a
bag.
Bag.
So
nice. Anyway.
Yeah. If you wanted that and you cared about fashion and
I
stuff,
love that was your go-to instead of like
I don't know.
a Nintendo DS or like a game of some sort or like something that's an actual interest of yours.
I don't know. I was trying to be relatable. I was thinking about expensive stuff. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair.
Things I don't have already.
All right, that's fair.
I was also thinking like gold bars, but I was like, don't say gold bars, don't say gold bars. And then Dior bag came out.
Love that for you.
Like a fucking cartoon villain with a mustache and like a train that I've tied a damsel to. My gold bars.
My gold bars. My god. Oh, that's hilarious. That's great. All right. Well, that makes sense. I can see where you're coming from on that. On to additional thoughts. I don't really have anything else. I think we covered everything that I had in this section written down. So if you have anything else, let me know.
We basically did cover everything. My only other thought is, if you hate... Okay, I know it's contentious to... I feel like in so many like straight romance books, it's like, we have to make a baby. This is like the reason for everything.
Reason for the season.
So I get that entirely. However, I will say the baby bit does not like happen in the book.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to be like, and she woke up and she like
And
threw
she's
up and
pregnant.
now I gotta deal with that.
Yeah.
But I will say the breeding kink is strong in this book.
It
And
is.
it's no surprise that I have one.
Mm. Fair. And
Uh,
if I would have read this at 11, I too would have one. But nope. No thanks.
I mean, I never ever want children.
Which is hilarious. That's a hilarious distinguishing thing. Mm-hmm.
Do you know the pain?
Listen, I've definitely gotten TikToks before that have said things along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
Breeding kink, and I'm afraid of children.
And I'm afraid of children at the same time.
Yeah.
Good.
We exist. We're out here. I know you're like, pick a struggle.
Represent. I can't. I can't, and I won't.
Yeah.
Oh, you're hilarious.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm thirsty. just one bat.
Thirsty boy. There's one. Oh, there is. Oh no, he didn't get caught up in the rest of them.
All right. He's early.
Yeah.
Alyssa's rating.
My
is
rating
first.
is 3 out of 5 bats. Little cute little bats. Yeah, the book was decent. I do like her writing style, and all the details and all that jazz. But like we said earlier, I just didn't really latch on to either one of the characters very much. They were kind of basic, but I get it. And I did like it. So 3 out of 5.
Yeah. Thrive.
Thrive. Mm-hmm. And Adrian.
I gave it a 4 out of 5.
You
Look,
little
all the
circle of
bats. Are holding wings.
It's very cute. Love that.
Yeah, I have read better books from her. There's one in particular that I really like.
Mm-hmm. In this series?
And yeah, I think about it a lot.
Okay.
It was actually the first book I ever read from her, though. So I might just have like fond memories of it.
Back when you were 11. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I was checking books out of the library that an 11-year-old should not have been able to check out. But
good.
My mom wrote a note to the library that said, Adria could check out whatever they want.
Whatever
and
the fuck
so
they want. And so I did. Nice. Love that.
Well, to be fair, I didn't know what was going on. Like, you know, you just pick up a book, you say, oh, it's a vampire romance novel.
Vampires.
You're 11. You don't know romance novels can do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they do.
And they do. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's talk about next week.
Yes. Next week we're doing Ghosting You. Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
I'll read it.
All right.
You read the other one.
That's fair. Go for it.
Give you a break. Hold on. I need a chug.
I too was reaching for my drink. Everyone take a water break in the chat. Take a little sip.
Take a fucking sip, babe. Now I'm too hydrated. Okay. Ghosting You by Alexander Eberhardt?
Yeah.
Why do I always say words like I'm not sure if that's a word? Anyway.
Same.
Tommy hears dead people. Okay, one dead person. His best friend Chase. Since his death, Tommy can't stop hearing his voice. They talk every day, and Tommy even sends him texts, but it always ends the same. Message failed to send. Until one day, a stranger texts back. Getting stuck in Nowhere, Georgia was not on Nick's summer agenda, but a horoscope, a chance encounter, and a cute boy has things looking up. There's just one problem. The boy hates him. When a broken phone leaves him with a new number, Nick is ready to write off the entire summer as a loss. But then he receives a strange text. When Tommy and Nick's worlds collide, the attraction is instant, but Tommy just can't let Chase go. Can Nick use his status as Tommy's anonymous stranger to break down his defenses, or is Nick destined to live in a love triangle with a ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah. There are so many... Okay, I have a friend named Chase, and I'm dating a Nick. So this is going to be a very interesting read for me, I feel
Yeah,
like.
that's funny. So there's going to be, I feel like, a lot to talk about next week. I have started the book. I have
Mm.
thoughts. I
Oh,
have thoughts that aren't like necessarily to the plot. But yeah, I have thoughts. There's
okay.
also there's also a twist that I think you will appreciate that was
Oh,
not mentioned in the summary whatsoever.
of
Um
course.
yeah. So there's that. But it's been good so far.
All right.
I'm close to finishing it, so yeah. But that's for
That is awesome.
next week.
Yes.
And then we have this special little slide here. We have decided that we're not doing a podcast on 11/26. Happy
Yes.
Thanksgiving. The book that we were going to do was the mermaid one, right?
Yes.
Accidental Mermaid, that is still on hold, so we just decided that rather than stress out about having it, available to us, we're just going to cancel it for that week and everyone can enjoy their holidays.
Yes.
Yeah, and then next week we'll have a slide with the books we're doing in December, etc. And the schedule for that. That one will also be, I think we're only doing 3 of the 5 weeks for
Yes.
December. So, yep, we will discuss that next week. You want to go ahead and do your plugs?
Hello. My name's Adrian. Please, Mr. Games was my father. Sorry. Anyway, uh 18 plus only. As I've said multiple times today, I'm afraid of children. And keep away from me. Back, I say. Back.
we need
Find me. What?
we need child repellent instead of vampire repellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Find me here Adrian Games on Twitch TV and on my link tree, adriandrawful, and my Twitter at adriandrawful. Let's see. Anything special I'm doing besides this and our D&D game that I will let Alyssa talk about? Well, I'm starting a Spyro the Dragon Reignited trilogy playthrough on the
Yes. Is it this Saturday?
24th.
No, okay.
On the 24th of
Got it.
November, and then I will probably also stream on the 26th that we're not doing
This here
Hopeless
podcast.
Romantics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you like Spyro the Dragon, come hang out with me, and we're gonna do that. If you don't like Spyro the Dragon,
You're
get
wrong.
taste. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Richard.
What
Anyway.
the fuck, Richard? God.
Sick nasty of you all, and good night. Enjoy Alyssa's plug.
You're just throwing in all of your phrases, huh? Like I must say
I'm
them
just
all.
getting them out.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. All right, I have a new plug screen because the one last week was incorrect because I have restarted my Twitch channel, unfortunately, due to Twitch being janky. I don't know what else to say other than that about that channel, but it is dead and it's very sad. So, new channel, you're here, you know it, you love it.
F's in chat.
Yeah. So yeah, all of my links, you can go to Linktree. I have YouTube. I have everything. Just find me on Linktree. It's the easiest way. My YouTube link is like very long and not an actual like customized URL because they don't do that anymore, which is lame. But yeah. Here on the Twitch channel though, alyssakissaxx, we do lots of stuff. So the Pirates campaign we have, that airs every Tuesday. We might be moving the time a little bit later, so 6 or 7 p.m. ish, maybe a little later. We don't know. We're keeping the episode short, so you guys can, because I feel like D&D is overwhelming. If you're watching a campaign and get behind, so we're trying to keep them a little bit shorter. If anyone's into D&D, you probably watch Critical Role. And I feel like their content is so much, and I'm already behind on their new campaign. So we're trying to keep the episodes below 2 hours. So you guys have a full week to watch them, but they'll air every Tuesday on our channels.
Tuesday,
Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah. And then so Hopeless Romantics, we do every Friday, as y'all know. You're here, you love it. And then, down below, Animal Crossing, Genshin, and some art stuff. That's what I do on my Twitch channel as of right now. There's a lot of other games that I play too, but these have currently been my obsessions. So, the Animal Crossing update got me back. It got me good. I have I have a 3-star island now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because Adrian and I reset our islands to stream months ago and then stopped playing. But now we're back, so I can get gyroids now, and I'm very excited. That'll be probably the first thing I do on my next stream, because I haven't gotten to go yet, so I'm excited for the funky little dudes.
They're so cute.
Yeah. But yeah, find me on Linktree. I have so many things. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Snapchat, all of them. All the things. And that was a podcast, everyone.
That's a wrap. People.
That's a wrap. Wrap it on up.
Wrap it up. All right.
Okay, bye. Bye, everyone.